And with that out of the way, I think we can start. So, first thing, what did you think of the song? And the second thing is, I hope today we won't have as many network issues. Because this is the second time my ISP has fucked me over while streaming. I hope my stream doesn't get muted because I'm pretty sure that's actually copyrighted music. I'm still working on the intro music. I want it to be something interesting, maybe not as heavy as this. But still something that's a bit unique, that's not just royalty-free lo-fi hip-hop or what else people tend to play. Mic sounds brilliant, thank you. It's my cheap SM57, you know, your average workhorse, all-round great value mic, probably the greatest value microphone out there. If you didn't know, almost every album recorded that has real instruments probably has an SM57 somewhere. So it's quite the iconic microphone. Okay. I was searching for, oh god, that's a what were they called again? Doesn't matter. I was prospecting for tin. I found a place with extremely high densities of copper, more than I've ever seen anywhere else. But it's either extremely underground, extremely far underground, or I just dug in the wrong place, because it's supposed to be like 1/5 of all the blocks underground in that area were supposed to be copper. However, I could not find one copper ore. So of course it spawns in veins, not just random small one block. Not as isolated blocks. But that shouldn't matter if 1/5 of the blocks underground are supposed to be copper. So I just wasted my whole pick mining stone. But it's fine, because we have, yeah, and kind of worthlessly, because we already have a bunch of surface copper veins. That's a fox there. I read a tip, literally the only tip I read online is that foxes are extremely nice to hunt, because you get fat and I think small pelts from them, which fat is all around very useful in this game. And I just can't hit this dude. That's embarrassing. Oh my god, what? Insane aim. Cool Halloween costume, thank you. This guy did not drop any fat. Well, I guess either they changed that or I was lied to on the internet. Both of which could never happen, of course. How's the game volume compared to my microphone? I don't think I need any more seeds. Or, this could be good. Is this cassiterite? What is it? It's coal, isn't it? Yeah, it's brown coal. Okay, don't need that. Sounds okay. Well, that's just great. I wonder if this hunter dude here has refreshed his stock. Or if that's even a thing that happens in this game, which I would assume that it does. Guess I'll throw these stones away. Or, I meant I could create fence with them. Got anything to trade? Oh yeah, this guy I think only... He sells some really strange stuff actually. You can sell a wolf pup. What? Yeah, I'm not quite sure how that's gonna happen, but sure. Turnips? Okay. I know I already have too many mushrooms anyway, but even if they rot, then the rot can be made into fertilizer. So there's no harm in picking them. And I think because it's a light temporal storm is approaching. Great. Because it's autumn, or I think it's autumn, I'm actually not sure. The mushrooms grow back extremely fast. I mean, they stay fresh for a while, so I shouldn't have to worry anyway. It should be quite obvious when the temporal storm arrives. I think my gear or like time stability, I don't know what it actually is, meter should start spinning and draining, which has yet to happen, so I'm guessing it's fine. I remember them always arriving in the morning, so maybe I have more time than I think. I really should figure a way to get out of here easily. Easier. I have to make another pickaxe. I have all the bronze for it, I think. Or the copper. I don't have any bronze yet. Do you rock and stone? What? Do you rock and stone? I suppose. What could I do in the meantime here? What an interesting question. Yeah, indeed, exactly what I was thinking. Leaves a lot up to the imagination. I made some more coffee for myself, and this time I think I fucked up the water temperature and the timing. I think the blooming of the coffee, so it's not as good as yesterday's, but it's still very enjoyable, I feel. And it's Qualità Rossa by Lavazza. It's kind of a good supermarket coffee, I feel. Okay. I was playing Barony, and that's why my inventory management is kind of scuffed right now. So I keep pressing the wrong hotkeys. I think I can just go to sleep now. A light temporal storm is imminent. Should be fine. The drifters tend to just either despawn eventually or just kill each other. So I'm not very worried. That also means that it's day 10, because the first temporal storm comes day 10. Yeah, you can see the gear spinning at the bottom. And everything's shifting. They really have to add more enemies to this game. Like, I know it's not a combat-focused game whatsoever, but right now there's basically 3 different enemies. And then the underground and surface variants as well, which is, no, that's not a lot. Thankfully, they haven't figured out how to open doors yet. So Pyro, what have you been up to since our short barony game yesterday? Even though this game is technically like in its full release, I mean they keep updating it quite, not very often, but they still sometimes do. It still feels very incomplete. There's not too much progression. It's more like you get to a certain progression stage and then you just try to maximize that progression stage without having anything, any upwards movement progression-wise. And it's more about building and stuff later on. So I feel like people kind of overhype this game. I feel like a lot of Minecraft mod packs do what this game does a bit better. Also, this is just kind of boring. I just have to wait here till these guys decide to fuck off. Which shouldn't take long, but it's not worth going outside. I'm just gonna get insta-killed. Killing them doesn't really get me too much anyway. I could get some gears maybe. It's not too common a drop. But usually they just don't drop anything. So are you guys just gonna walk into the store or what? I could dig myself out for this hillside, but still thinking, what am I gonna do with my housing? Because this little hovel shack here is outliving its usefulness. Outgrowing its usefulness, rather. Truly wonderful gameplay here. I guess I could craft some spearheads or something. Or maybe do some pottery. But there's not too much I need to do pottery-wise, so... Okay, it seems the storm is over now, so they should just go away at some point. And we're back to visual novel music. I have my anvil mold. What else should I make? Like a shovel mold and a hammer and a helve hammer mold are completely pointless for me. So crock pots could be useful. Guess I'll do that then. This game has a lot of biomes and different temperature related stuff and generation, interesting generation, but because don't have really any great transport options, of course like no ships and definitely no planes, which I feel like some scuffed plane would fit the aesthetic quite well actually. But it doesn't have that. Like, this game has been developed for so long, I feel surely it shouldn't be that hard to make these additions, even if they do require implementing some new and maybe quite advanced systems. This game also has mod support, so it's not like the devs exactly have to do it, but this game's mods are quite bare bones. I checked some out. They were mostly minor tweaks and nothing very substantial. Nothing transformational. So after hearing like a lot of very positive and glowing reviews of this game, I was hoping it would have something more to do than it actually does. That'd be a bit deeper, the systems. So there are some interesting systems in this game, but it's nothing that hasn't been done before. I guess the pit kilns and stuff are kind of charming. Okay, I'm just curing my hides. There, they should be finished quite soon, but I don't have a barrel, so it's not like I can really do anything with them right now. Okay, we have another pickaxe, which means we can go prospecting again. Yay! My favorite thing to do in this game. Now we also should focus on getting some copper, because to alloy bronze we of course need copper and tin. At least for the alloy I'm creating. Not the alloy from Horizon Forbidden West or Forbidden Dawn or whatever that shitty ass game is. Looks like exactly the type of game I wouldn't enjoy playing. Okay, there's copper ore there. There was a brown bear there before as well, which I think they're the most dangerous type of... Well, maybe polar bears are worse. But definitely not an enemy I want to mess with right now. I killed one bear before. And that's a hyena, right? Or a wolf. Okay, a wolf. Fucking hell. Get killed so fast by wolves. You'd think some sort of eldritch monsters would be more deadly than wolves, but no. Wolves deal like 3 times as much damage. This game supposedly also has a story. You know, it is called Vintage Story after all, but I have yet to figure out how that works. This game doesn't really hold your hand with that too much. Even if the gameplay systems are quite decently explained in the built-in compendium or wiki or whatever. Let's see how our apple tree's doing. That's... okay, that's a black bear, I think. Not great. Not great. Oh, there's more native copper here. Jesus fucking Christ. Ah, this wolf has pups, okay. Yeah, that explains a bit. What? How many? What the I think I saw like 5 wolves there. Oh boy. Yeah, this was not my plan for today. Half the day was wasted by that temporal storm anyway. The fact that a lot of animals spawn is kind of nice. In this, in my home, near my home here. But it's definitely a double-edged sword. Like there are a lot of chickens and boars and whatnot, but... quartz is useless to us right now. Or in general, I think. Oh, let's enter the rust world. Oh my god, you can see gears and stuff turning. Okay. That's enough of that. I guess that's one way to switch off the music in this game. So, are the wolves still around here? The bear certainly is. Yeah, the wolves are too. Okay, dude, come on, fuck off. I should be able to water cheese him. Oh my god, they're fucking speed boosting each other. That's Yeah, you can just see how much health these guys have. Okay. I don't think I'll be able to run away, but I'll certainly try. Oh my god. Why the fuck do they have to be so fast? It's not like I have any real way of dealing with them right now. Instead, I just have to kind of do suicide runs there. So much for prospecting. Hope they don't. I hope my stuff doesn't despawn in the interim here. This would suck. That's like some sort of wolf nest or something there. They're just sitting around there. I wonder why the bears and wolves don't fight each other. It would seem kind of logical to me. Okay, my baskets are all here. And they do contain my items. Or at least some of them. Okay. Where do these guys come from? Fucking hell. They're so fast. Yeah, you run away, bitch. Quite literally. Yeah, I'm killing this whole family here. I don't care at this point. Oh, that's right. Okay, my stuff is here. Oh my god. I feel like I can kill them if I take it slowly. Okay, there's also copper here, so I should just mine here. No reason to go to that fucking death trap. This game's music is so strange. It like kind of fits, but it also kind of doesn't. Ooh, this is rich ore. That's good. I'll gladly take this. I think this is the first time I've actually found rich ore. This should quite literally get us all the copper we'll ever need. It feels a bit like some kind of 90s, 90s like, what do you even call it? Not new wave. New wave is a completely different thing. 90s. God, I can't remember the name. Basically, what Mike Oldfield was doing in the 90s is kind of new age, not new wave. Yeah, kind of like new age world music type of thing, but it's not quite world music, of course. And I like the vibe. It does definitely sound a bit amateurish, or quite amateurish even. But I mean, it's like a small indie game. It's fine. It doesn't have to be insane. It could be even that it's not made by a composer, but just one of the developers, which if that would be the case, that would be actually very impressive. Making music isn't that much about knowledge or technique even, it's more about taste. If you have good taste, anyone could make music, I'd say. These days at least, you have so many different ways to express yourself musically that are very accessible. And most musicians or instrumentalists I know aren't actually very aren't very creative people. They are musical people, definitely, but not creative. Kind of blackpilled on the whole music school thing. Though I myself am going to music school. I mean, it's all about making contacts anyway, right? Like a lot of schools are. Even though it's like a vocational school or a college, you could say. I think it is literally a college. There's not... If you want to, you can learn all this yourself, and having a paper saying that you're a trained musician doesn't do anything, actually. No one cares about that. Which I think is good, actually. People shouldn't care about that. They should care about how good your music is, how musical you are. Just a random musing, not anything deep, but I think most people kind of intuitionally, yeah, I'll go with that, intuitionally know that you can't really learn taste. And that's why there are so many trained artists and trained musicians who just suck. There's this guitar player called Burinth on YouTube who's very popular for his technique videos, and you know, he has amazing technique, but his music is some of the least musical, least interesting things I've ever heard. And that's why no one listens to his music, though he releases it quite often. His music is just so vapid and so shitty. Has nothing behind it. He keeps bringing up how he's a trained jazz musician, but he knows literally nothing about jazz. Okay, I need to do more prospecting. So I haven't done any prospecting here, which I feel like I should do. I don't know how often the ore composition changes. In the world. But I'm guessing often enough that it might be worth surveying that area as well. It's a bit annoying if you don't have like an open cliffside where there are exposed rocks. I don't think this game is actually very good stream material. Don't know how many if I'm gonna play more of it on stream. It's not like anyone really cares anyway. There's just not too much to commentate on. It's a lot of very monotonous work and just waiting around. Like, I enjoy playing it, but I don't know if enough that I played for hundreds of hours like with a lot of other games that I play. Sorry if my speech is a bit slurred today. I don't know why, but I just can't seem to pronounce words very well today for some reason. Okay, we have a temporal rift here. I think temporal rifts also spawn enemies sometimes. So I have seen enemies spawn from them. The last world I played had a bunch of temporal rifts spawning near my house at all times. I think it was like a temporally unstable area or something like that. And I mean, that kind of sucked. That wasn't very good. So I was just constantly battling monsters. Like, I want to survey this area, but lupine. No, thank you. Wasn't Shuan Head's surname like Lupine or something? Okay, that's a Boathorn there. No, we're not. No. Just no. I guess it's also hard to commentate or keep up a conversation if there's no one in chat to write anything or comment on anything. But I mean, it's understandable. You see people with hundreds of viewers where the chat is barely active on YouTube. so the engagement is definitely worse than on Twitch, but Twitch has somehow less discoverability than YouTube, so I don't think I'll be starting to stream on Twitch. It'd be fun to have some people to like watch my streams, of course, but it's not like I'm taking it all too seriously. It's just a bit of fun, you know, to fill the emptiness. Oh, that's a okay, that's another boat horn there. No, thank you. Okay, quartz. Quartz everywhere. I don't think you can find tin cassiterite or whatever it's called here on the ground as samples. I think you have to prospect for it exclusively. Okay, I could do some prospecting here. Though it is a cave, so I might just... It might be a bit dangerous. And this random drifter isn't gonna do anything, of course. Come here! I don't know if I'll even bother butchering him. I mean, I could. Hey, there's nothing here. Great. Even if it says very poor, you have sometimes a pretty good chance of finding some ores in caves or in cliff sides. Because a lot of these places where you find the surface copper deposits, if you actually like prospect and survey those areas, it says usually that they're quite poor in copper concentration. Oh, another person left the chat. Goodbye. Ah, it's fine. This is not exactly the most interesting stream to watch. And with so many options, these days you have so many ways to entertain yourself on the internet that watching some random stream is kind of... It's a hard sell, let's just say that. The only time I watch some like small random shitter streamer is when if they're either very good at a game or if it's just some interesting niche game that I enjoy. And even then it can be a bit rough. I've always wondered, there are like a bunch of streamers who have decent viewership, but who don't commentate, who have no microphone or anything or face cam, and they still somehow have decent viewership. I just find that kind of baffling. Those streamers are usually either speedrunners or something like that, because I mean, otherwise, why even watch? So it's not even background noise, because most people watch streams as background noise, right? So if you don't even have that, like, what's the fucking point? Yeah, I don't get it. Must be quite tough to to build up a following that way as well. Okay, we have a lot of temporal rifts here. Maybe it's not the area, it's just after a temporal storm you have a lot of rifts opening up. Okay, I want to kill these guys. just because why not? I haven't done any. Actually, I don't have that much health. Maybe it's not the best idea. If they throw rocks at me, it doesn't really do too much though, so it's fine. Okay, I'm going, fuck. Yeah, that's what happens if you get greedy. That's what happens. There was literally no reason for me to do that. And that's why I'm very bad at survival games. I play stupid games and I win even stupider prizes. So I do martial arts in real life, or at least I have for a bunch of years. And it's the same thing there. Sometimes I get a bit too excited and do something that I probably shouldn't do. And I've broken I think I've broken like 7 bones or something like that. Something insane like that over the years. Even though I feel like I've grown a lot more conscious of taking risks, I still find myself doing stupid stuff. But of course the genre, or so to speak, of martial arts I do is tricking, which is very, very dangerous. Like probably the most dangerous form of martial arts, I'd say. I mean, it's hard to think of a more dangerous sport in general that's not something like parachuting or wingsuiting, especially. But I have a lot of friends who also do tricking. Well, not a lot of friends, a few people. It's kind of a niche sport. Most of them don't get injured that often. Maybe I'm just made of paper or something, I don't know. Streamers are often cringe. Yeah, I agree. It's a lot about the personality, really. They're kind of... I mean, a lot of streamers are just kind of actors, right? I mean, you can think of the large female streamers, especially like Pokimane or Emiru and whoever else, like... Clearly they put on a personality instead of being themselves, which is fine. If they make like amazing money with it, with like one of the easiest jobs in the world. So I can't be too annoyed. Or I'm not jealous. Certainly not, definitely not. But like most people are probably cringe when they start streaming. Like I'm cringe. I don't know how to react to stuff in video games. So I definitely, while playing with friends, I definitely react a lot differently. And also English isn't my first language, so my commentary is gonna be stunted because of that. Okay, this soil is pretty good. Like these plants are growing quite fast. Faster than I thought they would. Alright. Yeah, we have to do more prospecting. At this point, I don't feel like we're ever gonna find any tin. So where should we go? Like all the prospecting that I've done in this area has been there's not been anything there really. So I'm not sure it's gonna be worth it going there. I feel like maybe to the east here. That could be a good idea. Do earth balls poison you here? They're not technically toxic, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they do poison you. They're just not... Well, they're not edible exactly either. It's like grass. Grass isn't toxic for you. You probably shouldn't eat it though. Or maybe I'm just bullshitting, because puffballs aren't dangerous, aren't poisonous to you, and earth balls are just puffballs, right? They're just old puffballs. Or maybe I'm confusing something. I'll check my network speed. Okay, it's fine. So, I've had 2 streams where my network speed has just completely been destroyed. Like if I'm getting 20 kilobits per second upload speed right now, it has gone to less than 1, like 0.7 or something. Which is insane. But it seems to be good right now. I wonder if I'm gonna get a copyright strike for the music I put on the start of the stream, at the start of the stream. So there's copyright in music. It's quite like obscure, of course. And it might get muted, but I don't know if I'll get a copyright strike exactly. So YouTube does that automatically now. I think it used to be only manual copyright claims, but that has changed. I mean, I've of course no problem just deleting the VOD. It's not like it's it's gonna do me any good anyway. Okay. Yes, we could take a reading here. Okay, there's a merchant here. And this guy just sells some... I don't know even how you'd categorize this stuff. It's not very useful, at least. Ah, here's the wagon. Okay. Yeah, I've not yet seen a trader who actually sells anything very useful. In my last world, I did buy something at some point, I remember. It was some sort of cosmetic thing. Some sort of building block, I think. Okay, I think I'll take a reading here. This has some exposed rock. Okay, there's nothing here. There's a minuscule amount of cassiterite, but that's... I mean, that's a good sign that there's something here. At least it's not trace amounts. But, I mean, it's not very useful here. As you can see, it didn't even clock that this place has any quartz. Oh, okay, the music gets a filter on it if you're underwater. That's a cool detail. Please have cassiterite. Cassiterite. Oh, it's very poor. In real life, I think tin was mostly mined in Asia, right? It could be it could be very off, but I think like Sri Lanka or something. So there was a place called the Tin Kingdoms, if I remember correctly. I'm not good with history, so I could be just completely yapping. I mean, I'm yapping anyway, but you get it. You understand. There's nothing here. Okay, maybe if I go into this further into this hilly biome here, I could find something. So, Suterasus, how's your day been so far? Okay, there's nothing here. There ought to be some cassiterite in this area somewhere. It's been very, very boring. Yeah, same here. Exactly the same here. Has to be one of the most boring days I've had in a while. I tried to compose some music and it was all just slop. Slop, slop, slop. Sounded like some sort of budget Halloween music from a B movie, a straight to DVD movie. Though now that I think about it, I could work on that idea and use it as a stream intro music for now. I mean, okay, Halloween's over and over tomorrow, so maybe not, but I don't want your quartz. Oh my god, please, just give me something that's not quartz. Thank you. Heis sphalerite. What is that? Exactly. Zinc. What can I do with that? I can make zinc plates. Okay. So you can't really make anything with it. That's great. Or actually maybe you can. I don't know. Anyways, it's not what I need, so okay, let's triangulate a bit here. We had good not good, but some cassiterite there. That would mean maybe this area here has something. Oh, I'm starving, Jesus. Let's eat some flax. Yum, yum, yum. Yum grass. Yummy grass. This game could really do with a crop breeding system. like in some Minecraft mods. I know I keep bringing up Minecraft, but this was made by former Minecraft modders, so it's I feel it's okay to bring it up. Like, this game doesn't, I feel like I'm kind of annoyed. This game doesn't have as many complex systems as you'd hope. It doesn't have a nutrition system. It doesn't have a lot of things that you'd want in a game like this. So I wouldn't say it's very great value exactly. Even if that is a very unpopular opinion online. Okay, we still have very poor caster tight. Let's see. Okay, there's 0.01%, 0.02, 0.01. That tells me that I have to move northwards to find some better caster tight sources. Cassier tight. Right. The geology aspect is pretty cool. But again, there are mods that have done that as well, where you have to do prospecting and have to find veins, and you don't have ores spawning randomly. So not exactly a very unique idea either, or a novel idea. So the concentration is better than it was in the other places. It's still very bad. Let's take a reading here. So I think my move northwards is kind of on the right track. Okay, it's still 0.02 Cassier tight. Cassiterite. What the? Cassiterite. Okay. Sorry. I must say though, the music is better than I think modern Minecraft music, which again is probably quite an unpopular opinion. But I'm not a big fan of the new music discs or some of the new ambient music. Some of the new ambient music is cool. It's not that much that the music in Minecraft, the newer music especially, is bad or like lacking. It's just that I don't like the tonality, I don't like the direction, the artistic direction. And that's probably mostly because of Mojang. Mojang is quite out of touch and quite insufferable. Okay, this part is a bit cheesy, I must admit. That's kind of funny. Okay, we have gone back to having very poor having 0.01% concentration. Again, I'm taking very small samples, so this could certainly vary if I scanned a larger area. Which in this case might actually be a good idea. So surely there's like one place here at least that's got good concentration of cassiterite. Okay, fuck it. I can just say tin. I can just say tin. No one's stopping me. No one whatsoever. This is kind of an annoying place to take a reading, but I think it could be worth it. Let's see. I did look online and it can spawn, I think, in igneous and metamorphic rock. So I should keep my eyes out for that specifically. Okay, there's nothing here. Amazing. Jesus. My prospecting pick isn't looking too good. Okay, nothing here. Amazing. Sorry guys, I have to use the restroom. I'll be back soon. I am back. Okay. Maybe this place isn't worth spending more time in. And I should just go further. I think I have enough food to last me quite a while. So the height you prospect, that doesn't actually matter, because it takes the readings basically from the... Oh, there's native copper here. From the bottom of the world up to the top. Decent chromite. Now what is chromite? It turns into chrome. Not very surprising there. And what can you make with it? Chromium sulfite, which, yeah, okay, you can make chromium tan leather and you can make sturdy leather. Okay, so that definitely has some sort of use case. More than titanium here, which I have apparently very good sources of near my house, but which you cannot make anything out of. Because it's very nice to add metals that have literally no use, just because it's realistic to have those metals. Might as well add like uranium and stuff then. Okay, maybe that's not fair. I'm guessing they're working on a use for it. Or maybe the in-game compendium just doesn't explain it well. Sample too far away from initial reading. Something around this point now. Okay. Fair enough, fair enough. Is this too far? It's not. And there's nothing here. So it doesn't even matter. Galena, that should be lead, I think. Cinnabar, that should be quicksilver, right? I think so, maybe not. Seed, don't need that. You have all the sneed, seed and feed we'd ever need. Alright, give me something, please. Jesus. Not death. High magnetite. Yeah, I mean, we have high magnetite near our house, so that's not exactly very useful. Even if magnetite is a good thing to have. But we can't use it anyway. We need some bronze first, so we can make a bronze anvil. Poor magnetite, very poor, okay. So nothing basically. Gold, but minuscule amounts. Huh? Yeah, I can't play this game for too long, it gets a bit boring. My Gen Z brain-rotted brain is too information hungry for a game like this. I'm not at the level where I can do like 7-hour streams. My voice couldn't handle it anyway, and I feel like I'd run out of things to talk about quite fast. Especially with a game like this where there's not too much to comment on. Like, wow, okay, I'm prospecting for ore. Yeah, nothing. Absolutely nothing. You get nothing. Good day, sir. Okay, how far have I gone? Well, not that far actually. I've been going around this huge lake here. There's supposedly an ocean biome in this game. I have yet to see that. I would be interested in finding that. But chances are it's too far to be very useful anyway. I don't know if tin can actually even spawn in conglomerate. I think it should. Because we had a reading of it earlier, but the strata changes as you go deeper. Okay, too far away. Figures. What is sphalerite? I think I've already checked that probably. Yeah, zinc. Zinc. Not anything I can do with that. I guess I could also change games and play something else when I get tired of this game. But then I have to change the stream title, and then I have to change the thumbnail. But I'm not sure I know how to do that on the fly without stopping the stream first, which wouldn't be good because that would create unnecessary amounts of VODs. But you know, I'll have the VODs up. I like when YouTubers have their VODs available, even if they usually put them on unlisted, which you can still find. I wonder who's the secret second person watching, because one is Zutera Sus. I'm quite certain of that. I think it's quite logical that that would be the case. But who's the second person? I guess we can only speculate. They seem a bit shy, which is fine. I wonder how much more fun this game would be with friends. I mean, you could, of course, give everyone their tasks, but the progression is very linear, so before we unlock bronze, there's not too much we can do. Or I can do. Because I can make like subpar items, which, I mean, there's no reason to waste resources. Like if I find bronze, if I find tin, I can make a bronze anvil, and I can start using iron right away, which makes a lot more sense than making like full copper armor and wasting a bunch of time with that by making a copper anvil first, and just wasting a bunch of material for subpar items. There's no reason to. In a game like Minecraft, it makes sense to make like copper items or something on your first day, but in this game it takes so long to make armor. Remember, I made bronze armor, well, not bronze, but iron armor in my first world. And that took a long time, and that took a lot of iron and a lot of effort. And I'm not sure you can even mine iron, mine magnetite without a tier 3 pickaxe. I think you can. Okay, can I find some kind of exposed rock? No? Okay. I'm getting the feeling conglomerate isn't exactly the rock you can find tin in. Okay, that's a bit pig. Yeah, we don't want to fuck with those. Wait, so okay, animals are having their babies. So I've seen a bunch of wolf pups, and I think a baby bear, bear cub. So that would tell me it's spring, right? But at the same time, some of the mushrooms that I found, if not most of them, don't grow in the springtime. They grow in autumn. So what's up with that? I thought this game was supposed to be realistic. Okay, that's way too far. I have to... Yeah, that was way too far as well. God damn it. Okay, surely this isn't 16 blocks. What? Need one more sample. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Okay, we have to get out of this conglomerate hell and find someplace with actual decent rocks. But first I should head home to get some food. I have kind of run out of that. How long have I been streaming at this point? I think a bit more than an hour. Ooh, that's bear. Most likely I'm not really getting any more viewers. That's fine. I shouldn't expect that. You can't expect people's time and yeah, time. Oh, it's the most limited resource in the world for all of us. Yeah, zinc and bismuth. Neither of which I need. Friendship ended with conglomerate. I'm never digging it again. Because conglomerate isn't a igneous rock anyway, right? Like this is pure guesswork. I don't actually know. Believe it or not, but I'm not very well versed in geology. Let's eat some blackcurrants. So I tried this huge Halloween candy today that I found at the store. It's the biggest gummy I've ever eaten. And it was very good, surprisingly. The texture was great. It was like foamy. So it had this it had this foamy texture, and it was actually very good. Surprisingly, very, very good, in fact. Better than most of the Haribo stuff you find at the store. I can't stand those gummy bears. Their textures just hurts my teeth, and they're very hard, and they don't taste especially very good. I don't know. I don't know who buys those, if anyone. I know they're iconic, so that's probably why they keep them around, but I have yet to meet a person who actually enjoys those. Okay. Let's see if we can cook something here. I mean, I can make mushroom stew. We have a bunch of rot here. Tasty, tasty rot. Alright. Okay, we have pelt. I think we needed some sort of borax solution or something. You can use a knife to make a... Okay, it's cured. You oil it. Yeah, it's oiled. Right? Okay, wait, is this just like a... is this some sort of... Wait, what? Oh, okay, I understand. Yeah, okay. What? Am I stupid? I think oiled hide was a completely different thing from like leather, right? You don't think you can make leather from cured hide, cured pelt, or no, whatever. I don't think I can make this into any leather actually. What the hell happened? Wait, is this like a quick? Okay, no. I thought it was maybe a quick turn button I pressed, but no, apparently not. Let's make some soup. Hefty turnip filled mushroom stew. People in Timcord are sending pictures of furry mods in Vintage Craft. That's awful. I had no clue those exist. Now I feel kind of disgusting for playing this game. Ugh, yikes. Hopefully this stew will rid me of those awful memories. Okay. Well, not memories, realizations. Revelations, realizations. Revelations and black holes. Okay, these are also field mushrooms. Let's see how many can make 6 servings of 50 mushroom stew, field mushroom stew. Oh, my bunny's running around. wish I could show you, but I don't have a face cam. He's just sitting on the carpet. Oh, there's a small binky there. I guess he's a bit happy. Tends to be quite a happy bunny. I was bunny sitting this couple's rabbit one time with my girlfriend, and it was quite spooky because her temperament was completely different. She just, when she got angry, she thumped for a while, which is what rabbits do. They slam their back feet against the ground and make this thunderous noise. But anyway, she was extremely angry compared to our bunny, who is very, very mild-mannered rabbit. But still very naughty. Okay, we can plant more flax. I always love my flax, as I've explained many a times. Okay, we need to water our plants here. Naughty biscuit. Exactly. His name is Cookie. Biscuit for the British out there. It sounds better in Estonian. Küpsis. From what I've heard, it's not a very uncommon rabbit name, I think. There are quite a few rabbits. It's more common to call your pet something like Oreo or something, I guess. Especially if they're I think only if they are black and white in coloration. I guess we have to do more prospecting. I should put my brown coal away. Do not need it currently. I did not know it looks like this if you stack it. That's very strange. Where to go next? Surely to the south, right? I say that and just start running straight north. I have a picture my girlfriend took of the rabbit. Right now, as he's running around, I can show you guys real quick. I'll put it on screen. He's in front of the fireplace. Let's see here. Oh my god, it's too high in resolution. What did I do? Oh my god, no. Let's see here. Like, it's super big. What the hell? Let's resize it so it's actually See, it's so cute. He's so cute, not it. God, what am I saying? So, yeah. Let's continue. Let's see. I think I'll go straight south. Maybe southwest. What's this here? Ah, this is the first fire pit I built. Oh, my bunny is near the microphone now. Say something, come on. Make a noise. Ah, he's so cute. Bunnies don't usually make a lot of noise. I think you can guess why that is the case, but they sometimes growl a bit. I'm getting on the ground reporting that he did just that right now. I'm guessing he didn't like being put near the microphone. He's a bit shy, you know? He's a rabbit. Comes with the territory. This is still all conglomerate. I want different rocks, god damn it. It's still all conglomerate. Why? Why? Sorry. Don't know what happened there. I wonder if the microphone clipped. If the signal clipped. Ah, where am I? What is this? Claystone. Okay, finally something else. I don't know if it can spawn here, though. Let's see. Oh, there's a gear on the ground here. Very poor. Still higher than anything else I found. This isn't a good idea. I shouldn't go in here. Caves are very, very dangerous. Very dangerous. Still very poor. Better than nothing. So maybe I can find some sort of clearing here that has exposed tin. That might be a bit far-fetched. And I'm not completely banking on it, but... it's all very poor still. Still better than nothing. Still better than nothing. Okay, surely this place has 90%, right? Surely. Apparently not. Maybe we even have to go even more south. To the south of south. To the most south. And to the south of that. Kittens. Don't need no more spelt. Okay, granite. That seems promising. That seems very promising. Granite is definitely an igneous or metamorphic rock, right? I'm not familiar with the English terms. I only know the... Okay, 0.03. So that's not good. But it's one of the higher concentrations I've seen so far. So maybe we should be looking for granite. Oh wait. My prospecting pick broke. Well, that solves the issue. How far are we? Very far. Relatively speaking. I mean, there's not much else we can do apart from going back. I'm thinking maybe I'll stop the stream for today. Maybe I'll make it back and then stop the stream. Can't be bothered to do any more prospecting. It's not very interesting, you see. Ah, young pear tree. Let's break it down. Let's chop it down. And we got... Ooh, okay, we can plant it apparently. I did not know that, but that's quite useful knowledge, I guess. This maple forest is kind of nice now. And as I say that, it turns into a pine forest, of course. The music is so unnecessarily epic for this. For me, just returning home from an unsuccessful trip. Almost like Blue Pasta. You'd think I was on like some sort of quest or something. No, just an honest working vintagarian. Yeah, I'm not sure I'll stream any more of this game. Like it's a fun game to just casually play. Streaming it, not very interesting. Definitely not something I'd watch someone play, so maybe I should just, judging by that, not be playing it. Wait, so the readings I've taken here, it says, okay, it says it has good titanium. I thought maybe if it had like even trace amounts of tin, I could just maybe find it on the mountainside. But that isn't the case, so... There's a different type of prospecting you can do as well, which is you can search by nodes. So if right now I'm searching by just taking the whole chunk and looking at the concentration, node search looks for nodes or veins of ore, I think. Like 80% confident on that. And I'm home. So, that's it for today. Thanks for tuning in, who did, and have a good time.